Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I have two new videos coming up this week. The first one was a really good self-portrait lesson on how to draw your hands. The second one, which is going to be linked further on this video, is to do a stop-motion animation with drawing. I think I have about two videos later on in my YouTube channel that I did a few years back, just using simple stickman on sticky notes. I did one during lockdown actually, and one a little bit later on of a person running face on rather than from the side. This particular one though, this new video, I really wanted to use the same techniques in terms of drawing your little character. I have a little boy in a hoodie and shorts based on some Disney cartoons from the side, from profile. And I've illustrated the 5 poses basically that you need to make it look like your character's walking. So I'm just using simple stop motion animation techniques. It's not video per se. So I've done my 5 poses, and then you link them. I'm using iMovie, and you put them in sequence, take a whole bunch of pictures of them, and it looks like your character's walking. But what's making this special is I finally got around to putting a background in your video. So I'll bring my camera down and I'll show you my examples. Hello everybody, so back, I've turned my camera around so you can see me draw my little characters. So it's the same character in about 5 or 6 different positions. So you can actually go online and check out the positioning of standard positioning for animating a person walking in a straight line. So it takes about 5 or 6 poses, and my last pose is my little character bending down, just about to jump. So I'm just putting a simple pen outline on my pencil so you can see it a little bit clearer. So there are the other 2 poses that you can see me do. And after that, it's quite simple. You have to scan these drawings or take pictures of and then put it through an app called Photo Layers. This is the app that I use. You might be able to find something different. But Photo Layers you could find in your Play Store on Android or Apple. And the idea is you have to erase all the negative space around your drawing. If you don't do that, the box of the image will appear in iMovie. So once you're finished editing all your poses of your character, you can drag and drop it onto your background. So I'm very excited to finally get a background done for one of my animations. As you can see me paint just a simple watercolor urban sketch. My character is going to be walking in front of the fence on the sidewalk. And then falling into a hole on the sidewalk. So the idea is I'm going to actually share my screen with you in a couple of minutes, and you're going to see what my taskbar looks like in iMovie. So the idea is finishing your background image, scanning it, and then uploading it into iMovie. And then you could bring it into iMovie and then make the duration of the slideshow, I don't know, maybe about 30 seconds or so. So you have plenty of time to drag and drop your characters. And it's very, very important that you keep track of the sequence of characters that you have in each pose that it has, so you're not mixing it up. So I've labeled my drawings 1 through 5, and apparently in my little movie I actually have I've duplicated it twice to get to the little hole in the sidewalk that the character is going to fall in. So right now I'm finishing up the paint job for my little urban sketch. and getting all the lights and shadows and the watercolors for the fence to make it look a little bit lifelike, which is kind of fun. As you see, my character, actually, I didn't put any paint on it. I did that on purpose to make sure that the white character actually appears really clearly on the animation. So I didn't put any detail on the character per se in terms of his color and his clothes, but that's perfectly fine. I wanted it to stand out to make sure that it's really clear and you can see the little character move across the screen. So it's very, very important that you make your background long enough, at least 30 seconds in terms of the movie. And then one by one, you're going to drag and drop your characters from your taskbar in front of your background. So you're going to use picture on picture. When you drag and drop your image from the taskbar, you're going to see a little box appear in the taskbar above your screen, and you're going to click on it and you're going to pick picture on picture, which I'm going to point out in about 20 seconds when I share my screen. So I'm almost finished the light and shadow and the paint job for the background, which is very exciting because it actually looks quite good with the characters on top. So a little bit more light and shadow and a little bit more texturing for the paint. So have fun with that. Really get some details in with your animation and make it into a proper painting project. There are multiple steps for this project, so doing this with a junior class, I'm not sure if I recommend, but definitely a senior class will really enjoy this. Okay, so I'm sharing my screen here. You're going to see the little animation happen in a minute. So this is what I mean. If you look above in the taskbar where all my media is, you see almost 7 poses that the character's in, and all with all their negative space edited away, and you're going to drag and drop those images, those little character images, in front of your background. So right now you see the animation go. I like to duplicate it several times, so it's only about 10 seconds long. So it's amazing how many drawings that you have to do to make any sort of progress in terms of an animation. So your students should not be discouraged with that. It's a lot of work for very little film, but I think it's worth it. So after I finish sharing my screen, I'm going to show the animation a couple of times before the end of the film. You can put music to it and really have fun making sure that it's as lifelike as possible. And have fun. Create your own little characters. Make it into a monster or a dog or an animal. So it doesn't really have to be just a boy, as simple as what I did. But I actually had my boy do something. So keep safe, keep creating. Hopefully this was really helpful for you.